NSC Fan TV, I'm here with Emma after the 1-0 loss away at the Galaxy. This was a playoff game. We watched it here in Nashville. We were sitting outside. We were having barbecue, sitting with everyone.
In the shade of the Geodis Park.
Yeah. So Geodis is a hard cheese, soft cheese. Have we decided yet? I haven't yet found out. So we were here at
soft G.
It's a soft G.
That's how they say it on TV.
That's how they say it on TV. Okay. So I don't know. Well, we're gonna just defer to the TV people now. So here's my question. What are some takeaways from tonight?
Well, one, I hate being the kid who told you so.
Well, what are you gonna tell me so?
Why in hell, in the one game that decides your whole season, you upset everything you've built and salvaged through the season in the last 4 months? 4-4-2 was the way to go. Who decided 3-5-2 was suddenly better? 4-4-2 is already a very defensive outset.
Yes.
Right? You can build it very solid. So if you wanted to play the waiting game, you could do so. What in hell is this? You played Anunga, who has started 3 games this season?
Maybe 3. So I'm a big fan of the 3-5-2 or the 5-3-2 or whatever you think that those two on the outside are doing. I'm a big fan of that for our team. That's been a winning formula. I think that Steve Guppy thought that we needed to change it up because we needed something that was going to be different against the Galaxy because they beat us away and then they tied us here. We needed something that was going to make things a little bit different. I think that was the gamble.
Right, and I mean it's an okay gamble. I think every other game of the year.
Okay.
Look, when did we started playing real football, soccer? The last 20 minutes when we switched back to 4-4-2. When you got Schaffenburg in, when you got Dax in, how are you gonna keep your captain on the bench on the first playoff game?
That is so. You and I can agree on one thing, which is we may just still disagree about the 3-5-2, 5-3-2. We still can agree about the fact that Dax on the bench. Right.
I mean, it was honestly a little bit, and I mean, I don't want to put this all on the coaching team. They did great this year. They turned the season around. They did great. The other thing that we gotta say is the 2 best players on this team played a subpar game today.
Who are they? Who were they?
Mukhtar and Zimmerman.
Mukhtar and Zimmerman played subpar games today.
I think so. I mean, Zimmerman made a lot of mistakes, including the one that cost him the yellow, right?
The yellow on Zimmerman was very, it changed his whole game. Right.
It conditioned him for the rest of the game, and it was, an avoidable foul. He didn't need to go that.
Didn't need to do it.
That hard. Yeah, maybe you want to send a message a little less. Don't give the referee the occasion.
Chicharito also embellished it. He was rolling around like as Emery might have said, like a little bee.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But even after that, okay, that's the defensive part of Zimmerman. What's the other thing that Zimmerman does? He sets up play for the back, right? Well, I looked at the stats. Once again, the stats don't lie for me. He had under 70% successful passes today, which for a defender, that's something you can expect for like Mukhtar.
Yeah, right. It's like in high pressure, high speed conditions, that is not acceptable.
Right, and so he had an off game. Mukhtar did okay, but he was not as decisive. He did not create superiority in numbers. He was normal. He was not the star that he's been.
He was a threatening forward, but not the forward that we needed to dominate a game.
And then with 3-5-2, the other thing, you need at least one of the 2 forwards to be able to convert crosses, right? Because you're going to cross a lot more with 3-5-2.
A lot more crosses, and God, I hate our cross play because it's so sloppy.
Fair enough, but at the very least, if you have Sapong, he can hold that ball up. But if you're playing Banbury, who's much faster, much quicker in thinking with the that too, you can't play 3-5-2. You just can't, because 3-5-2 is built for the wings.
And Bunbury's not a natural forward. That's the other problem. Okay, so we've got some. So tell me about some bright spots that you saw. What are things that you're hoping for next season?
Davis looked okay. I think he could give us a couple very good years. Moore, Schaffenberg are moving forward very good. I think the fact that in the last 2 months, I think, Akiloba didn't play a game, it's a sign that we're moving forward. And as I've been saying, we need a midfielder. Like, everybody's agreeing on this. Maybe find someone else to partner with Zimmerman in the back, because Romney is good, but if you want a challenge for the championship, maybe you want something a little more reliable all around.
Someone with a little more speed.
Right.
Romney got outrun a couple times tonight. So okay, so we saw some bright points. We also saw some places for some development.
Yeah.
A closing thought then.
This next year is going to be the first year that is going to be a year fully played in the new home, in the new conference. If I'm not wrong. Back in the old one.
Back in the East.
Chance to build some continuity, chance to build a program, chance to plan forward.
All right. Those are some things to hope for. NSC Fan TV here with Emma.
Thanks,
All right. Next season, friends.
Woo! Gotta zoom in on Giotis with a soft G.